Hello, this is Dexter Robinson. In this video, I want to acquaint you with a GPS app that has features you are unlikely to find in other GPS apps. In particular, I want to show you how simple it is to use the app to determine a compass bearing between 2 points on a map. The app is called IHikeGPS, all one word. Unfortunately, at this point in time, it is only available for Apple iPhones. Unlike other GPS apps, it uses the latest USGS and Forest Service maps. It costs about $6 when I last checked. There is no charge for maps, no subscriptions, and no ads. It has many features, including the basic ones like showing where you are with a blue star, defining waypoints, creating and following tracks, and recording your track. The feature that makes this app stand out for me is that you can measure the distance between 2 points and at the same time get a compass bearing which is more accurate than what you could do with a map and compass. It can provide that bearing even if the points are close together, as small as 450 feet. Getting a compass bearing with this short distance is nearly impossible to do accurately with just a map and compass. You might wonder why this is important. Well, if you are hiking above tree line, like in the New Hampshire White Mountains, and suddenly experience whiteout conditions with poor visibility, it could save your life by helping you find the trail to get down below tree line, where the trail is easier to follow. So what I will show you now are some basic things with the app leading up to getting the bearing between 2 points on a map. The first thing I will do is to download a map. To do this, tap the map list icon in the lower right corner. In this example, I am going to use Mount Pierce in the New Hampshire White Mountains. I chose this mountain because many years ago, a winter hiking group that was just leaving the summit suddenly and without warning experienced whiteout conditions. They were stuck there for about 30 minutes working with a map and compass to figure out what direction to get down below tree line. They all did make it out, although one person had to be treated for hypothermia. To add a new map, tap the plus sign in the upper left corner. There are several ways to download a map in IHikeGPS. I have found that one of the best options is to enter the coordinates of your destination or known place. There is a place search option, but it is unforgiving if you haven't entered it precisely, including capitalization. So I will tap latitude and longitude. You can use Google to look up the coordinates of Mount Pierce, New Hampshire. The latitude is 44.2265. And the longitude is minus 71.3659. Note that for anywhere in the continental United States, latitude is given as a positive number or north, and longitude is a negative number or west in North America. In fact, this is noted at the top of the screen, where help messages also appear. Below the coordinates are 6 maps. The one we want is a 24K Forest Service map. Forest Service maps provide more reliable trail locations than USGS maps, which might not even show the trail. You will notice that there is a number preceding the letter K. This is the scale of the map. 24K means the scale is 1 foot equals 24,000 feet. A 24K map has more detail than a 100K or 250K map, although these maps can show a larger area. So I will select the 24K Forest Service map, the one that's in the top row in the middle. The map downloads, and then I'm brought back to the map list with the downloaded map shown in red. I will tap to select it, and then I will tap my location in the lower left to bring up the map. Using my two fingers, I will now zero in on Mount Pierce. The actual summit is denoted by the black X, which may be hard for you to see. The red dashed line is the Webster Cliff Trail, which passes over the Mount Pierce summit and ends at the intersection of the Crawford Path. I want to get the bearing between the Mount Pierce summit and the trail intersection of the Crawford Path. This bearing is what the hikers who were caught in the whiteout needed in order to hike down below treeline. Although not necessary, I will define waypoints at both locations for the purpose of this demonstration. There are a couple of ways to define a waypoint. One of the easiest is to mark it on a map. To do this, I will tap Mark in the upper right corner, then select Anywhere on the map, which brings up red crosshairs. And now what I want to do is to move the map to where I want the waypoint, which is on the X. I will tap Mark again, and then select Add New Waypoint. A new screen appears which allows me to label the waypoint. Which I will call Pierce. You can also at this point change the appearance of the waypoint, but I'm going to leave it as the red box there. Then you tap Add in the upper right corner. And now you can see the waypoint that I've just created at the summit of Mount Pierce. So now what I will do is to repeat this for the intersection. Again, I begin with Mark, Anywhere on the map, and I will use my finger to move this to the intersection. And tap Mark again, and select Add New Waypoint. I use TI just simply to abbreviate trail intersection. To get the distance and compass bearing, we have to know where we are starting from. In this case, I will assume we are on the Mount Pierce summit and want to hike to the intersection with the Crawford Path, which is denoted by TI. So my direction of travel is from Mount Pierce to that intersection. So I begin as before. I tap Mark, Anywhere on the map. I'll move this down to Pierce. And then I'll tap Mark again. And this time I'm going to scroll down and select Measure Distance. You will notice that there is a message at the top in that orange strip there, which says move the map to center the second point. Tap Mark to end. So I will move the map, and you'll notice that an orange line appears which is attached to the Pierce waypoint, and I'm heading in the direction that I would actually be hiking towards the intersection. I think that's close enough. And now I can read the information I'm looking for at the top of the screen. It tells me that those 2 points are 414 feet apart, and underneath that it says away at 36.7 degrees. The bearing from Pierce to TI is 36.7 degrees. However, to use this bearing with a standard compass, I need to make one minor adjustment. The map uses true north, which is at the top of the map, but a compass uses magnetic north, which for this area is different. If you lived in Kansas, you would not need to make the adjustments since they are pretty much the same. But for this location in New Hampshire, the difference is 15 degrees, which is referred to as declination. Since magnetic north is to the west of true north in eastern United States, we need to add, in this case, 15 degrees to the 36 degrees, and we get, 51.7 degrees, or we could call it 52 degrees. I would write down this bearing, 52 degrees, on my hard copy map and repeat getting bearings for other trails and locations above tree line. All of this work would be done at home before the trip. Then, in the event of a whiteout or other weather event causing poor visibility, I would take out my map and use my base plate compass to navigate the trail. So that is how you use the app to get a bearing between 2 points. It's pretty easy once you get comfortable with the app. Thanks for watching the video.